It's a hot and sunny day, but inside this apartment complex in Seoul's West End, the conditions aren't so bright. On the living room floor is a silhouette of where the home's lone resident, a man in his 60s, died. The imprint of his body is left deep in the blankets. A notepad with lyrics rests on the floor. The title of the song, Regret. The calendar on the wall is nearly a year behind. Empty bottles of alcohol are sprawled about. Prescription medication indicates that the man may have had health problems. Kim Gi-sup works for a biohazard cleaning company. He's tasked with erasing traces of death from the site.
First, we go in and throw away all the personal belongings. Then we bring in the water hoses to clean the bathrooms, kitchen, and the floors. The last step is to remove the odor from the house.
Kim guesses the man's body lay here, rotting for nearly a month. The humid weather accelerated decomposition. He was found only when neighbors reported a nauseating stench in the hallway. That's when management pried into the apartment and made the gruesome discovery.
We get calls from local district ward offices or community centers asking for help to hold funerals for these people. This is purely volunteer work for us with no profit. It's work that both sides are reluctant to take part in.
South Korea's population is quickly aging. The country has one of the lowest birth rates in the world, meaning fewer people to support the elderly. Government statistics show that 1.2 million elderly South Koreans, or about 1/5 of the senior population, live and oftentimes die alone. In a country where Confucian customs dictate filial piety to one's parents, the trend is worrisome.
At present day, financial problems, divorce, and the increasing number of families living far apart are the main reasons people are dying lonely with no one around.
South Korean pop star Psy put Seoul on the map with his hit song Gangnam Style about the city's affluent neighborhood. Juxtaposed to the glitzy area is one of the city's poorest enclaves. Guryong Village is a gathering of dilapidated houses made of plywood and sheet metal. About 2,000 residents live here. Most are elderly, including 79-year-old Kim Bun-hong.
I've lived here for a long time now. I've lived here now 9 years, around 8 or 9 years. To me, it doesn't matter if I have family or not. I live with the other residents of this village.
The scene here paints a darker side to South Korea's rapid economic development. Many credit the country's elderly generation with rebuilding a nation that was torn into rubble during the Korean War. That generation knew only of sacrifice, working endless hours, supporting their children's futures, expecting to reap the benefits of these investments in their golden years, only to be neglected and meet their fate in this type of environment. Despite the shoddy living conditions, Kim is optimistic. She says it's hope that drives her. She says she is one of the lucky ones who has lived here long enough to have a garden to tend to.
I'm satisfied with the way that I live. Nobody tells me where to come and go. I eat, sleep, walk around, return home, and that's it. What more could I ask for?
Kim also tells me that death is a common occurrence in the village. She says just a month before, one of her neighbors passed away. To tackle the growing number of senior citizens dying alone, local agencies and nonprofit groups closely monitor people in need. Volunteers regularly make phone calls to seniors living alone. They make weekly visits providing food and helping with menial tasks, like changing a light bulb or fixing a leaky faucet. But material support is not what these seniors need, says the head of this volunteer group.
The most important thing is emotional support. Some seniors here have welfare workers visit once or twice, but some are completely isolated. What these grandmothers and grandfathers want is not material help, but emotional assistance. They want to know that when they are sick and facing death, that someone will protect them and take them to the hospital.
According to government estimates, nearly a quarter of South Korea's entire population will be elderly by the year 2030. The South Korean government has taken some measures to help provide for seniors. But the country is still one of the lowest in welfare spending among developed countries. That's why local governments are stepping up with measures of their own. This home, located about an hour's drive south of Seoul, is a refuge for seniors who live alone. Daily programs help pass the time. On the schedule today is yoga class.
It was difficult when I live alone, but it's better now that I come here. They feed you, we can earn some money. It's better than being at home.
Some also perform nominal paying jobs for local businesses. On this day, the women package holiday cards. Some have trouble working with their hands, but they find the experience rewarding. The facility is different from other senior citizen centers. Residents must meet specific requirements. For instance, everyone here doesn't qualify for government assistance because on paper they have family who can support them. But once in, the response is overwhelmingly positive.
When I lived outside, I didn't have anyone to talk to. I had no friends, but ever since I came here, I've become more outgoing.
These seniors are the lucky ones. But so many others are not. Kim finishes up discarding the personal items of the man who lived here last. It's a grim job, but he says somebody has to do it. Even for professionals like Kim, though, the work is a little disturbing.
There are a lot of companies that do this type of work, and there is a lot of work to go around. When I come to this new type of scene, I become self-possessed. In a way, I feel like I'm seeing my own future. The work is self-possessing.
Once the work is complete, it's on to the next house. And unless something is done to help isolated seniors, the problem will continue to be swept under the rug.